Huawei's newest Android Wear 2.0 watch is going to have a hard time differentiating itself since it has to compete with LG, ZTE, Fossil, and Tag Heuer for a spot on your wrist. Fortunately for Huawei, the Watch 2 will easily stand out thanks to its impressively long-lasting battery, comfortable design, and reasonable price. The black-colored version I received isn't exactly stylish, but its sporty aesthetic isn't too off-putting. In fact, I was quite happy to see how well it matched my spring outfits, and its rubber strap is more comfortable than on competing devices. The watch is also available in a more expensive classic design, which uses a more premium leather and rubber hybrid band that's just as flexible as the regular. Despite housing sensors for NFC, GPS, Bluetooth, as well as a heart rate monitor, the Watch 2's case is surprisingly thin and light. This is thanks in part to its ceramic bezel, which Huawei says is not only lightweight, scratch-resistant, and helps dissipate heat, but also 6 times harder than the stainless steel used on most competing devices. The Huawei Watch 2 has 2 buttons on the case's edge at the 2 and 4 o'clock positions. The top key brings up the apps list, while the bottom pulls up Huawei's Health app by default. The Watch 2's round 1.8-inch screen is bright and colorful enough to read in sunlight. The display's 390 by 390 resolution is good enough for the small text and images you'll be swiping through. You can also control the Watch 2 with your voice. This mostly happens through Google Assistant, which you can summon by saying "OK Google" or long pressing the top button on the side. Thanks to the speakers on board, you can also play music from the watch itself, although you probably should pair a set of Bluetooth headphones for better audio quality. You'll have 4 gigs of memory to work with, but only 2.3 gigs of that is free for apps and user data. While we're on the subject of internal components, this is probably a good time to mention that the Watch 2 uses a 1.1 GHz Qualcomm processor that is mostly responsive and fast. It stutters occasionally, especially when Google Assistant is interpreting my commands, but this is a problem with most Android Wear 2.0 devices. One of the highlights here is Huawei's Health app, which uses all the data it tracks, like your heart rate and distance traveled, to deliver a more comprehensive picture of your workout. Unlike Google's own app, it also offers personalized coaching and tracks your cardio performance in modes like running, walking, treadmill, and fat burning. By default, the watch will also prompt you to move when it detects you've been idle for too long. That's pretty standard for most wearables today, but Huawei also displays a colorful cartoon that suggests some exercises you can try. With the onboard GPS and Huawei Health's coaching, the Watch 2 is a capable fitness companion. To make full use of the activity tracking features, you can launch Workout Mode, which will make the Watch 2 continuously track your heart rate and position with the onboard GPS. In this mode, Huawei says the watch's 420 mAh battery will last about 10 hours. Under normal use, the company promises a 2-day runtime. In my experience, that seems about right, which is a pleasant surprise since most Android Wear 2 devices barely get through a day. Huawei also offers Smart Power and Watch modes that let you stretch a charge by an impressive amount. Smart Power disables the always-on screen and dims the brightness to squeeze a few more days out of the device. Watch mode gives you up to 3 weeks more juice by ditching every feature except displaying the time and counting your steps. During my testing, I got through 2 days on normal use and eked out 2 more days when Watch mode later kicked in automatically. That's far longer than any other Android Wear 2 device I've tested. The Huawei Watch 2 packs a comprehensive array of features for its $300 price, especially for fitness tracking, making it one of the best Android Wear 2 devices on the market.